Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is Tuesday in Creative Fold, and I am going to be focusing on two of the Celebration Level 2 stamp sets. First, the Friendly Hello stamp set matches the Friendly Hello Designer Series paper that I'm going to be using today. And I'm also going to be using the Special Moments. I love this stamp set and the words. It is also a Level 2 Celebration set. So let's go ahead and get started. I have taken a piece of Petal Pink. This measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I have scored it at the 2 3/4 inch mark. And the reason I did that was I want to emboss halfway down. So how with the score line there, then I can line it up with my embossing folder. I am using the Hive 3D embossing folder. I'm going to run that through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and it's only going to emboss this part of that piece of cardstock. So let me just go over here and run that through. So I've got that. This Hive embossing folder is kind of cool. It looks like maybe you have, I see maybe I didn't emboss it clear down to the score line, but we'll make this work. But when you look at it, it looks maybe like the embossing folder has moved, but it's actually giving it like two different embossings. So that's pretty cool. We're going to set that aside. We're going to bring in our card. This card measures, cardstock measures 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And we are going to put it in the 8 1/2 side. We are going to push it over to the 4 1/4. And we are going to score down. Sure, I'm lined up, 4 1/4 on this side, and we're going to score down to the 2 3/4. We're going to score down to 2 3/4, then we're going to bring our cutting blade up, and we are going to cut to the 2 3/4. We're going to put our card in like so at the 2 3/4 inch mark. And we are going to cut now down and to that score line. Remembering there's a little line on the side of our cutter to tell us where to end. So what we have done is cut a flap opening. We are going to take the piece that we embossed and we are going to add some Tombow glue. I think I like what I consider the debossed side. I like using my multi-purpose glue when I have embossed because it gives a nice adhesive. And like I said, I did not emboss it all the way to the edge where I had my score line, but I think it'll be okay. It just leaves a little border across there, which is fine. Next, what I'm going to do is take that Friendly Hello Designer Series paper. This is 2 1/2 by 4. And we're going to add that to our flap, like so. Now what I have already done is I see I do not have my basic black already cut. Oh, that's right, because I don't need to cut it. I have taken it off this side. So this measures 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and I have taken it off the side. Then I have taken a piece of Whisper White And this measures 2.5 by 4. And I have stamped the bird in the evening evergreen. I know when you watercolor, you kind of get a little bleeding. I used the petal pink and it kind of bled because I used that evening evergreen. But I wanted my greens leaves to be green versus the black. So that's why I did that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere that to the piece of black that I cut off. Now I have the words, "Where would I be without a friend like you?" And that is from that Special Moments stamp set. And also this little thanks. And what I'm going to do is take my glue and just add a little bit of glue at the bottom here. This is like maybe a 1/2 inch strip of white. Now you could use whatever verse you have, but I'm just putting it on the side of that layout. It kind of gives a different look. We're going to go ahead and adhere that to our card. I'm going to grab some dimensionals for that. I'm going to use my large dimensionals. And remembering that I only want to put it on the one side, I'm going to grab my pick a tool, pick off those dimensionals. Then I'm going to add this to the flap of my card. Now you noticed I didn't color the bird in. That's because I colored it on a scrap piece of paper with crumb cake and ivory Stampin' Blends, and I fussy cut that bird out so that I can paper pierce that bird and give it some dimension to my card. So we've got that, and I've got my tail. Got a little piece of dimensional on that. And we're going to add that to our card. I just love the way that pops that up. Then I'm going to bring 2 of the new embellishments. These are from the new January through June mini. And we are going to grab the polished dots. And we are going to put them in the center of our flower. And then we are going to, like that they have that soft pink tone to it. Then we're going to add our brushed brass butterflies. Love, love, love these embellishments. I would say this is probably my favorite embellishment in the new catalog are these little butterflies. Turn that one around and grab another one. And there you have it, a side opening card using a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.